Here's how the Reebok Classics have held up after 365 days in the real world. I slowly went from wearing them just here and there to these becoming my absolute daily. Also do workouts in them, so these have really been put through the ringer over the last year. The first thing I want to point out is how well they've creased. The crease is almost unnoticeable from some angle. It's relatively small and it hasn't changed the shape of the shoe very much. In fact, I actually think it adds a bit of character to the shoe. These really don't look bad with some dirt and a little bit of beat upness on them. Kind of like how Chuck Taylors are, you know, the more you wear them, the more they just look right. Now, although I do love these shoes, I did make one major mistake, and that was going true to size. I would go at least a half size up. In fact, I did. I went and bought another pair in gray because they were on sale, and I went a half size up, and those fit perfectly. And this gray pair is actually much more comfortable than the white pair. I still wear the white ones more often, but I will admit that I can wear the gray ones for a way longer period of time just because they're in the right size. It also kind of depends on how tight you lace them. As you can see, these are laced super tight as compared to the gray ones were very loosely laced. So outside of that, these do break in fairly quickly. The midsole is really thick and it actually feels closer to a rubber than it does a foam. And that's really not a bad thing, because if you plan on walking around or going for runs or anything like that, that's a long distance, then you want something with a little bit of firmness in it, because something too soft is just going to wear down really fast. Looking a little bit closer on durability, you can actually start to see a few loose threads, but it's not many and it's nothing catastrophic to where they're actually coming unlaced in the shoe, or unthreaded in the shoe. I mean, you know what I mean. For the most part, these have a pretty good build quality to them, and it's also real leather. So again, can't beat real leather these days because it's getting harder and harder to find. And as for the leather, you can see that some parts have become flared or frayed, but that's going to be almost any pair of shoes over time with wear and tear. It's just a natural progression, but it's not falling apart by any means. Underneath the insole feels like a little anti-puncture sole in there as well. I don't know if that's what it is for sure, but it's really hard, and it kind of makes sense with such a thick midsole overall. I actually didn't even know that was there until I was writing up the notes for this review. The heel is starting to separate just a tiny bit to where I can see some seams of where the shoe was glued together, but like I said, this shoe has got the brakes beat off of it and is holding up pretty well. It's not a major piece of separation, but it is something to note. Overall though, I haven't had any major malfunctions to where they just tried to murder me when I was on a run or working out or something like that. And if you're just getting these for a daily casual wear, then you're probably not going to have any of those problems. Now, I would love to tell you that these go with virtually everything, and in some people's cases that's true, but I don't think that's the majority case. They really don't. They take a little bit of feeling out on what works with them in your closet, because I think these actually look better with slim fitting outfits than they do with anything baggy, because the shoe itself is pretty slim. If anything, you want to go for like a athleisure casual fit. That's just what I've gotten out of it so far. Holding this pen makes me really feel like I'm doing something right now. These really are a matter of trial and error, and everyone's results will differ. It's just going to be up to you on how you want to style these. I don't think you should do anything crazy with these. Keeping it simple is usually going to be your best bet. If you don't want to beat yours up and beat them down like I have with these, like it's a easy wipe down of these would make these look 10 times better than they do right now. And with that said, since these actually are all leather, they're generally super easy to clean. You can just take a regular scrub brush to them and just go crazy. Unlike if they were suede or a bunch of different materials where you have to kind of nitpick, these are just straight up go, you know, grab a brush, do what you need to do. The midsole though, as you can see, it used to match the same color as the upper, but that's not the case anymore. I think if you clean these regularly, you could actually stop that from happening. The best practice is to clean them regularly, like every other week or once a month, something like that, depending on your use. I always like to base shoes off of if I would buy them again or not. I think that's a really good indicator of a product. And these I would buy again, because as you can see, I've already bought two. So if you're on the fence about it, I would recommend going ahead and getting these. They're pretty fairly priced at $80 retail, but I was in Finish Line like last week and they were on sale for $40. So look around a little bit, go into your local stores, and I will leave some links in the description as well for places you can buy these at. For me, the pros far outweigh the cons of these shoes, especially if you can get them on sale. All right, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Goodbye. See you later. Okay, goodbye. Okay, you You can get out of here now. There's nothing else happening here. I'm gonna go eat. It's pretty late. Hungry. Got these little pepperoni sliders. Delicious. I don't know how to explain it. Got them from HEB. If you got an HEB, go try them out. Wait. Yeah. These little pepperoni sliders. Go try. Go try. Okay. Alright. Now I'm getting out of here. Alright. If you made it this far, you're a real one.